أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيدنا الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh jami'an. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. And can everyone hear me as well?
Yes, Sheikh, I can hear you.
We officially in this class, we were on the last lesson of this book, correct? So everyone has forgot. Is that the case? We were going to do the last lesson of the lesson 10. Sister Farhana?
Forgot everything.
Which lesson? You remember things, Sister Sabira. You count on you.
Lesson 10. Yeah.
Sister Sabira, is that correct?
Yes, salam. I remember lesson 9.
Yes, we finished lesson number 9 and we was going to start lesson number 10.
Okay. I thought we had a couple of exercises left, but that's fine. We can do 10. Not a problem.
No. Okay, if there's any lessons, exercises left or lesson number 9, when we do the revision, I'll go to the exercises if there's anything left, but I can't remember to do that left. I think it was lesson number 10, that's fine. Right. Okay, now I'm going to ask yourself, Sister Sabira, as you're on the mic, let's go through the points to remember. Bismillah. Sister Sabira Kanji, go ahead.
In this lesson, we learned the following. Number 1, the present tense of the Arabic verb. The Arabic verb has only 3 forms. These are the past tense, which is called the al-Mahdi, the present future tense, which is called the al-Mudari, and the imperative, which is called the Amr. We've already learned the Mahdi. In this lesson, we will learn the Mudari, and we will learn the Amr in book 4. In the Mudari, one of the 4 letters, Noon, Alif, Te, and Ya, is prefixed to the verb. We have learned that he wrote is kataba. Now he writes is yaktubu. Note that yaktubu means he writes, he's writing, or he will write. Now let us see the difference between the forms of the Mahdi and the Mudari. Yaktubu and kataba, or rather kataba and yaktubu. We've learned that most Arabic verbs have 3 letters or radicals. In the Mahdi, the first radical has a fatha, and in the Mudari, it has a sukun. The third radical has a fatha in the Mahdi and a dhamma in the Mudari. The second radical may have any of these 3 vowels, fatha, kasra, or dhamma, both in the Mahdi as well as in the Mudari. According to the vowel of the second radical, verbs are classified in 6 groups. We learn 4 of these in this lesson. From A to U group, in this group, the second radical has a in the Mahdi and the U in the Mudari. Example. Kataba, he wrote. Yaktubu, he writes. So it's kataba and yaktubu. Katala, he killed. Yaktulu, he kills. So it's katala and yaktulu. Sajada, he performed sajda. Yasjudu, he performs sajda. So it's sajada and yasjudu.
Right.
B, A and E group. In this group, the second radical has a in the Mahdi and E in the Mudari. Example, jalasa, he sat. Yajlisu, he sits. So it's jalasa and yajlisu.
Right.
Daraba, he beat. Yazribu, he beats. So it's daraba and yadribu.
Excellent.
Ghasala, he washed, and yaghsalu, he washes. So it's ghasala and yaghsilu. The C, A group. In this group, the second radical has A in the Mahdi as well as the Mudari. Example, ذهب, he went, يذهب, he goes. So it's ذهب and يذهب. فتح, he opened. يفتح, he opens. So it's فتح and يفتح.
Right.
قرأ, he read, and يقرأ, he reads. So it's قرأ and يقرأ. The D, E and A group. In this group, the second radical has E in the Mahdi and A in the Mudari. Example, Fahima, he understood. Yafhamu, he understands. So it's Fahima and Yafhamu. Shariba, he drank. Yashrabu, he drinks. So it's Shariba and Yashrabu. Hafida, he memorized. Yahfadu, he memorizes. So it's Hafida and Yahfadu.
Correct.
As there is no rule to determine the group of a verb, the student should learn the group of each new verb he learns. All good dictionaries mention this. While expressing a verb, usually both the Mahdi and the Mudari are mentioned together. If you're asked the Arabic for to write, you say, Kataba yaktubu. Number 2, numbers from 21 to 30. The two parts of the numbers are joined by wa. Example, wahidun, wa ishruna, tulaban. Taliban, sorry. The first part of these numbers are tanween. Example, wahidun wa ishruna, salasatun wa ishruna, arba'atun wa ishruna, tis'atun wa ishruna. The word isnani, of course, has no tanween. B, wahidun and isnani are masculine with a masculine madud, but numbers from 3 to 9 are feminine. Example, wahidun wa ishruna rijalan, rajulan, isnani wa ishruna rajulan, salasatun wa ishruna rajulan, arba'atu wa ishruna rijalan. Rajulan. Khamsatun wa ishruna rijalan. Sittatun wa ishruna rijalan.
Not rijalan,
Rajulan, sorry. And tis'atun wa ishruna rajulan.
Excellent. So you see basically between 1 and 2, 21 and 22, both of the ithnan and rajulan are the same. Wahid wa rajulan wa ishrun rajulan, the same. But 3 to 9, the units itself are feminine, and ishruna remains the same, whether it's masculine or feminine itself. Right? Can I request Sister Farhana to come on the mic and do number C3, 4, and the rest, please?
C. The madud is singular and mansub.
The madud is singular and mansub, correct. Rajulan, ithnani wa ishnuna rajulan is singular and it's mansub, correct.
Mansub, okay. Number 3. At-tasi'atu illa rub'an, quarter of 9. Illa literally means except. Note that the noun after illa is mansub. Note also the following. As-sa'atul wahidatu illa 10 daqa'iqa. 10 minutes.
Daqa'iqa is the plural of daqiqatun. Daqiqatun means minute. Daqa'iq means minutes. Continue, please. As-sa'atul wahida.
As-sa'atul wahidatu illa 10 daqa'iqa. 10 minutes to 1.
Correct.
الساعة الثانية إلا 5 دقائق. 5 minutes to 2. الساعة الخامسة إلا دقيقة واحدة. 1 minute to 5.
1 minute to 5.
Number 4, we have learned لعل in lesson 1. It has 2 meanings. These are A, I hope, and B, I'm afraid. The first is called الترجي and the second al-ishfaq. إن لعله يرجع اليوم. Is that متأخرا.
Hmm?
It is al-ishfaqu, as it means I'm afraid he will come back today late.
Yep. لعله يرجع اليوم متأخرا. So here comes the meaning of afraid. Number 5.
Baina, between, the noun following it is majroor because it is muzaf ilayh.
Yeah, so
Jalasa Hamidun Baina Bilalin wa Faisalin. Hamid sat between Bilal and Faisal. Baina should be repeated with pronouns Hadha Baini wa Bainaka. This is between you and me.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. For the vocabulary, can I request Sister Mukarrama Walji?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. I was waiting for you in fast track. I think you didn't attend at all.
I did attend, but I was called for some important work,
Right.
so I stopped the call.
Okay, no problem. So, Bismillah, vocabulary.
Okay. Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. Daiman, always. Ahyanan, sometimes. Marratan ukhra, once again. Arun, width. Masafatun, distance. Kilometer, kilometer. Centimeter, meter. Amala, ya'amalu, to work. Amila, ya'amalu, to work. Raka'a, yarka'u, to bow in prayer. Maktabun, office. Amilun, laborer. Tulun, length. Sajada, yasjudu. To perform sajada. Fa'ala, yaf'alu. To do. Rakiba, yarkabu, to ride. Baina, between. Bainahuma, between them. That is the two of them.
Right. That's it.
Can I ask her, because I think I got,
Yes.
forgot, I'm forgetting things after 1 month. In number 3, the points to remember, we said here, as-sa'atu wahidatu ila ashara daqa'iqa. Walakin last sentence, as-sa'atu al-khamisatu ila daqa'iqatan wahidatan.
Yep, daqiqatan wahidatan is sifa mawsuf. So daqiqatan, number 1 and 2, they follow each other. So daqiqatan is singular feminine, wahidatan is singular feminine. So that's the reason why it's for daqiqatan is feminine and it's singular, and wahidatan is coming as a sifa for daqiqatan.
Because it's singular, that's why it was it has got te marbuta.
Yep, that's right. It has a mutai marbuta. That's right. Right, let's start the lesson. So, Sister Zabulisa, as you're on the mic, let's go through the lesson now. So I'm going to ask Sister Zabulisa and Sister Mukarrama Walji.
We have done lesson 10, haven't we?
No, we haven't finished. No, we haven't finished it. Yeah. That's the last lesson left, and then inshallah next week we'll start the revision of the whole lesson. Bismillah. Sister Mukarrama Walji and Zabulisa, Bismillah. Sister Zabulisa, you can start.
Bismillah. ذهب زكريا لزيارة حامد بعد صلاة الفجر ولكنه ما وجده في البيت فقال لابنه موسى أين أبوك? Zakaria went to visit Hamid after Fajr Salah, but he did not find him in the house. He said to his son Musa, where is your father?
So here, remember that whenever ma comes, the word ma, with the past tense comes the meaning of not. Ma wajadahu. So wajada yajidu. The present tense. Wajada is the past tense. Present tense is yajidu. Like wasala yasilu. Wasala means he reached. Yasilu, he is reaching. And the imperative will be what? Of wajada yajidu. What will be the imperative?
What is
Yajidu.
Wajad.
Is it
Wajada yajidu. The jim has a kasra. Yajidu. What's the imperative? Come on. It's open to anyone.
Jid?
Yajad.
No, it's jid. Jid.
Yajid. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yajid.
No,
Jid.
not
Not jid. It's jid.
Jid.
Yeah. It'll be wasal wajada yajidu. It'll be jid, jida, jidu, jidi, jida, jidna. Like wasala, like we did in the khutbah Shabaniya, the word wasala yasilu came. Wasala yasilu, sil, sila, silu, sili,
Sila.
silna. Okay, that's the way. Then Sister Mukarrama, read Musa.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذهب إلى السوق.
Translation, he went.
He went towards the market.
Correct. Sister Demonisa.
Zakaria. يذهب إلى السوق كل يوم. Do he go to the market every day? Or does he go?
Yep.
Does he go to the market every day?
نعم يذهب دائما إلى السوق بعد صلاة الفجر. Yes, he goes to the market every day after the Fajr Salah.
متى يرجع من السوق? When does he return from the market?
يرجع في الساعة السابعة وأحيانا في الساعة الثامنة. So he comes back after 7. And what does وأحيانا mean?
Sometimes.
Sometimes he comes at 8.
ماذا يفعل في البيت? What does he do in the house?
يقرأ الصحف ويسمع الأخبار من الإذاعة. He reads the newspaper or magazine and he listens to the news on the
Radio.
إذاعة is radio.
Yeah.
Okay. Radio.
متى يذهب إلى المصنع? When does he go towards his factory? Towards factory.
Correct.
When does he go to the factory?
يذهب في الساعة التاسعة ونصف. He goes at 9:30.
ومتى يرجع من هناك? And when does he return from there?
يرجع في الساعة 1:30 أو الثانية. So he comes back at 1:30 up to 2.
Or two.
Am I right, Sheikh? أو ثانية or 2 o'clock.
يذهب إلى المصنع مرة أخرى بعد الظهر. Does he go to the factory مرة أخرى, another time after الظهر?
لا يذهب بعد الظهر. يجلس هنا في مكتبه بعد صلاة العصر No, he
Translation.
does not go after Zohar. He sits here in his office after Asr Salah.
Right?
Kam amilan ya'malu fi masna'akum. How many workers work in your factory?
Masna'una laysa bikabirin. Our factory is not big. يعمل فيه 125.
Miyatun.
مئة وخمسة وعشرون.
So their work 150
workers.
وعشرون عاملا ومهندسين and 20. So 150
Workers.
وعشرون. What does that mean?
So,
Oh,
مئة,
it's 125. Okay.
No.
125 and 2 engineers.
Workers ومهندسان and 2 engineers.
Yeah. As-sa'atul ana tasiyatu illa rub'a. Now the time is 9:45. Wama raja'a abuka, and when your father will return.
So, وما رجع أبو, and your father has not returned.
Wama, okay, and your father has not returned. Yeah.
لعله يرجع اليوم متأخرا. Maybe today he will be late in coming back.
I'm afraid he will return late.
Maybe he will return late.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm afraid. Not
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm
I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid he will return late today.
Right. Okay. Right, let's leave the let's read the questions, and that will be, I think, because it's a lot of time, I'm going to shorten the class today. Let's do, who am I going to ask first? Let's ask Sister Batul. First question. Read the question 1, 2, 3.
لزيارة السلام عليكم شيخ. لزيارة من ذهب زكريا.
Translation. For whom?
Is, sorry?
How do you translate the question? لزيارة من ذهب زكريا. For whom?
Did Zakaria?
Who did Zakaria?
Zakaria.
No, you could translate it. Who did Zakaria?
Sorry, where did Zakaria?
Who did Zakaria visit?
Who? Sorry.
من ذهب زكريا. Whom
Where did Zakaria go?
Yeah, where did Zakaria go? Oh, so who did Zakaria?
For Ziyarat.
Yeah, no, that Ziyarat here means visit, not Ziyarat. Here means who did Zakaria?
Visit.
Yeah. Number 2.
Mata Zahaba. Where did you go?
When did he go?
When did he go?
Next one, number 3.
أين يذهب حامد بعد صلاة الفجر? Where Hamid went after the Salat al-Fajr.
Right. Next one, Sister Farhana. Can you do 4, 5, and 6?
Number 4, متى يرجع من السوق? When does he go to the market?
When did you return from?
Return from the market. يرجع في الساعة 7. 7. He returns at 7.
Number 5.
ماذا يفعل في البيت? What does he do at home?
He reads the newspaper.
يقرأ الصحف ويسمع الأخبار.
Right.
متى يذهب إلى المصنع? When does he go to the factory? يذهب إلى المصنع في الساعة 9:10.
And 7 and 8, Sister Sabira Kanji.
كم عملا يعمل في مصنعتي? How many workers work in the factory?
Correct.
105
125
وعشرون عملا ومهندسان. Sorry, كم مهندسة يعمل في مصنعتي? So مهندساني. Can I just say مهندساني? Or do I do it?
يعمل في مصنعه مهندسان. يعمل في
يعمل في مصنعي مهندساني.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Right. How much we got left? Okay, I'm gonna leave the rest because everyone's been out of touch. So I'm gonna leave the exercise for next week so that you got some time to revise the lesson and revise it. And then inshallah next week we'll finish off the exercise, and then I'm gonna start revising from the beginning of the book and also verb conjugation. So I'm gonna send you the recording of the fast track class as well. Listen to that recording, and if you could do that homework as well, that would be much appreciated, because that was quite important what I did with the other group as well. So do that as well. And inshallah, I will finish the next the exercises with yourself next lesson as well, inshallah. Any questions from anyone? No?
Yes, I was looking at the verbs that you had sent to the fast track class.
Yep.
And the last verbs, you actually, there's no translation. So I was a bit confused about what that meant.
I'll send you the translations. My phone battery's died now. I'll send you the translations and the meanings of the verbs as well.
I'm sure it's something very simple, like, يتصدق, هو يتصدق.
So tasaddaqa yatasaddaqu means to give alms, give charity.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that means to give charity.
Yeah, and there was another one, tawaffaqani.
Waffaqa yuwaffiqu, to give provision, to give when the word tawfiq, to have the provision or have the opportunity to do something. Tawfiq. And the other one is waqqara yuwaqqiru tawqir, which means to revere or to give respect to someone who's elder.
Okay.
That's what it was, okay? And inshallah, I'll see you next week. We'll finish it off and then start revising and go for the verb conjugation as well, inshallah. Okay, that's fine. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.